Hello and welcome to my review of Quantum of Solace. Quantum of Solace is the 22nd film in the James Bond franchise. I admit I've never been the biggest fan of this one. It used to be my least favourite and the worst in my opinion. And one of that currently belongs to Thunderball, but after the most recent watch, it actually moved up 3 places from 25 to 22. So yeah, it's done. I just enjoyed it a lot more this time around, I suppose. I mean, it's not the best. I still think it's fun and has some good scenes. Green, as a villain, is still entertaining. Hugely forgettable, but entertaining still. This is the final film to have music by David Arnold, who does a stellar job. And I just want to make it that obviously I've put myself in an interesting position by giving this film anything more than at least a star. When I've given it 3.5 stars, which when you look on my page for my reviews, that basically puts it on the same level rating wise as it puts it on the same level as Die Another Day, Tomorrow Never Dies, A View to a Kill, and Doctor No, which I mean, I agree with it being on the same level as Doctor No and A View to a Kill. Tomorrow Never Dies and Die Another Day. I do believe that both Die Another Day and Quantum of Solace are far superior than Tomorrow Never Dies, but I still think that it's fair giving them that 3.5 star mark. But still, it's just like obviously it's a position that before going into watching the film, I was all but set to give it a single star and which puts it on the same, half a star, which puts it on the same level as Never Say Never Again, which would have been incredibly unfair because Never Say Never Again it is really shit. But Quantum of Solace is definitely, if you ask me what I'd rather pick, if you sat me down and said in order to live you have to either watch Quantum of Solace or Never Say Never Again, I would choose Quantum of Solace because it's fun. But when you really think about it, as much as it's a good Bond film, when you think about the other good movies that came out in 2008, or I'm going to use two examples that I cared about, and I know a lot of people know, when you compare it against these two other action blockbuster movies that came out at the box office in the same year as Quantum of Solace, The Dark Knight and Iron Man, then you've really started to see how bad Quantum of Solace can actually be when you compare it to. I mean, obviously, The Dark Knight is my personal favorite comic book movie of all time ever made. Period. D. My second favorite being the first Deadpool movie. But and then Iron Man is a brilliant film as well. So it's kind of hard to yeah. But today's also going to be a epic double upload day, as I'm trying to get through the films. Well, actually, technically on my channel it's going to be a triple upload day, because you're going to have the Quantum of Solace review, the Skyfall review, and then the Dead Meme podcast episode 2. So it's a good day if you give a shit about my channel, which is very few people. But yeah, triple upload. The first two of those uploads going up consecutively after each other, and then the third one will be a bit later in the day once we've recorded the second episode of the Gamer podcast. I wanna die. No, I'm joking. But yeah, now Quantum of Solace is a weird one because I still think it's actually quite a lot of fun. For some reason, it's weird. I still think it's hugely enjoyable and definitely worth a watch. And I just think it's not as bad as many people make it out to be. Personally, I just think you can have a lot of fun with Quantum of Solace without looking at it being shit. I mean, I still feel like when you put them side to side, they're quite similar with Die Another Day and Quantum of Solace, but I still feel like Die Another Day is slightly more enjoyable because it's, I don't know, they're both, because you've got the enjoyable camp of Die Another Day and then the enjoyable seriousness of Quantum of Solace. I still think one thing I hate that I really have to point out with Quantum of Solace is that really brings it slightly lower to Die Another Day is the motherfucking editing. Oh my god, what kind of speed, crack, drugs, weed, or anything were the people on who edited this fucking movie? Because the cuts, the fucking, and obviously the big thing people bring up a lot is that the title post title sequence of this film where Mr. White is being interrogated. You have but the interrogation, Mr. White, and then because Mark Foster wanted to be an artsy motherfucker, you cut between him being interrogated and it's a fucking shitty horse race in fucking I don't know what it is, and it's just horrible. And then the cutting when Mr. White escapes. When you watch it back, it looks like M gets shot because a gun gets shot, and instead of cutting to the relevant thing, it cuts to M falling down on the floor, so it looks like she's just been shot, and you think, oh, M's dead, when that's not what's happened at all. It's just the editing in this film is so shit, like so fucking shit. There's so many cuts. It's fucking horrendous, man. It's the only film that I've ever brought up to say the editing is actually shit, because it really is. It really fucking is. Okay, it's constant shaky cam, constant cuts. It's just fucking hold it up for more than 5 fucking seconds, boy. But yeah, so one thing I really think is actually really shit about this movie, and that's the editing. But everything else I actually think is quite solid. But yeah, Quantum of Solace is a weird one. I think it's fun. It's not as good as any of the Craig films. It's definitely Craig's weakest, in my opinion. But that was never a high bar. Well, I mean, that was quite a high bar, but still, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's the worst Bond film, because, like I've said, currently the worst Bond film sits with Thunderbolt, but that doesn't mean I really think I really hate it, because I don't hate it. I just think at the official ones, it's just the least most enjoyable. But if you want to talk about ones I actually fucking hate, Never Say Never Again needs to fucking die, because it's so shit. But yeah, no. Quantum of Solace is just a weird one that I used to hate so much, but now, come to think of it, it's not as bad as I remember. I think the action's fun, direction is a bit weird though. I think the choppy editing is a horrible part of it, and I think overall as a film, it could use some stitching around the sides. But I think it's still much more watchable than Everything Ever Again, and it's definitely more watchable than Thunderball Moonmaker. But that's not a high bar, if you ask me. I still think music wise it's pretty fun. It's pretty good. The last film to have your boy David G. Arnold on scoring, which is fun. But yeah, that's Quantum of Solace. Check out in the description. You got your boys, my the Letterboxd review, the link tree. But for me, yeah, in the description there'll be the podcast. Uh, but yeah, link Letterboxd review, link tree in description. Then a big podcast on YouTube, podcast is SoundCloud, Wolven Wolfie link tree, because fuck it, why not? But yeah, go check all that stuff out. When it comes to the MCU reviews, I've still not thought of where I'm going to do it, but I feel like the best way to do it is do it during the day, watch the film, speak it first, and then when I write the Letterboxd review, just put the link to this YouTube review in the description. That's a possibility, who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. No Time to Die hits cinemas on September 30th in the UK and October 8th worldwide. Enjoy your day, guys. This is the first of two uploads. The second one being Quantum of Solace, not the Quantum of Solace, Skyfall review, which will be coming very, very soon. Yeah, I'm going to record it directly after this one, so I'll sound exactly the same. That's a fun fact. Don't beans. That's what I'm going to say. No, I'm joking. But yeah, go check it out. I might do a review of Zack Snyder's Justice League if I'm feeling up to it. Probably will. Not very long though, but yeah, have fun with that. Bye bye. Enjoy your day. Go check out all those guys. The guy in the description. Have fun, stay safe, and don't forget to always watch movies and TV. And I might do a TV review of Doom Patrol Season 1 and 2 because memes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel, the podcast, blah, 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 blah. You know what this is all about. Bye-bye. Have fun. Memes.